Hey guys, it's Victoria again. Welcome and welcome back. Let's jump into your readings, into your piles here. So for pile number 1, what we're going to ask today is, how do you impact others? How do you impact others' lives? How do you impact the people around you? So first pile that we have is pile 1, E.T. And then pile 2 is going to be the first Pokemon movie. Brings memories back. Okay, so pile 1, we're gonna just jump into this at, we'll say 40 seconds. Okay, so pile 1, how do you impact others? I feel like you are definitely a surprise to people when you enter their lives. You are unexpected. You are someone who brings a lot of different experiences, right? Because in E.T., I mean, a whole different alien, literally a whole alien, and they're trying to hide him. I think there might be people in your life that, there may have been people that tried to hide you or isolate you. Maybe they wanted to keep you to themselves or have like some type of control or something like that. But you also bring about, I think, the impact that you have. You could even have impact on people that are not even in your life for a long period of time, right? Because in the movie, he obviously doesn't stay very long, right? The whole phrase like E.T. phone home, like he's trying to get back home. So there could be something here where you could have a strong impact on people, just like even acquaintances. People that are not in your life very long. So let's see, how do you impact the people? Well, femme fatale flipped out. I'm not going to take it, but you could be someone very attractive. So you could actually impact people because they are, okay, some of you actually might disrupt like relationships or even marriages here, not in a intentional way, but there could be something here where it's like someone's looking at, like someone's partner is looking at you, or someone's partner is attracted to you or talking about you a lot, or on your page, on your Facebook, your Instagram, and it becomes a conversation or even a back and forth between two people in a relationship. So you could have an impact in that way. Oh my gosh, storyteller. You have servants. So it says, delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. You impact people because they want to come forward and they want to actually do things for you. They want to gift you with certain things. They like to, it's almost like an acts of service type of thing, where your impact could be people actually wanting to step up, people wanting to have an impact on your life. So your impact is that you kind of bring out this reciprocal energy. I don't know what it is that you're doing exactly, but whatever it is that you're doing, you kind of want people, or you kind of have people wanting to mirror that in some aspect. I'm out of peanuts today, babe. The crows are not very happy today. I have to rebuy peanuts, but I gotta wait till payday. So they're a little bit, he was literally outside my window just like cawing. Anyway, that could be some part of this, the impact that you have. Maybe people feel like you, like if you do give something out, maybe they feel like it should be a continuous thing. Like if you gave someone something, they gave you something back. It's like if you were to be like, oh, thank you so much, you know, they would expect you to continue on that exchange. They would want you to keep it going. So it's like a back and forth thing. But I don't feel like with this energy that you have. Let's see what else. How do you impact people? How do you impact the people in your life? Self-appreciation. So it says, I will find a moment throughout the day that I can dedicate to myself. Find a comfortable space and bring a pen and paper. I will write a letter of appreciation to myself where I will pour love into who I am and all that I do. Okay, so you also bring a lot of self-love, self-respect, a lot of that type of language can be kind of jarring for some people who have been surrounded by like a lot of negativity, or a lot of just people who have put them down, or people who've never actually even built them up. Not necessarily people who have put them down, but like that doesn't have to be for every single person, but this could also be people who've never had anyone like lift them up or give them like encouragement. You could be someone that says like, oh, I appreciate you, oh, thank you so much. Like, you actually someone that you say how you feel. And this person, if it's like a lot of encouragement, they might, like, the people around you, they do feel encouraged by you. They feel like you bring some type of like uplifting energy. I think people are also impacted by the way that you have a lot of self-love here. Like, you are someone who knows your value, your worth, and in turn that could actually influence a lot of people to take a look at themselves, take a look at their own lives, and see how are they appreciating themselves, are they dedicating time to themselves. So you have an impact on getting people to really appreciate who they are as a person. And getting back to ET, even if it's like something like extraterrestrial, right? Like something that is alien, foreign, something that is out of the norm for them, or something that is like embracing individuality here, embracing who you are, embracing your unique style, your unique tastes, your, you know, little, maybe some people have like weird habits here. And when I say weird, this is, like I said, this is just by your standard. You might think something is like very strange or very weird, or someone might, or they might think of their own thing as like very strange or weird, but that kind of thought has kind of been put into them. They don't, and when you come into the picture, you're like, oh, that's awesome. And so they're like, oh, maybe I don't have to feel too bad about being myself. Maybe I don't have to feel bad about my interests. Maybe I can actually really delve into this, right? Like, it's almost like if people had a hidden something that they liked, but they kind of kept hidden. Like, if this is someone who didn't really want to say that they watched anime for some reason, I don't know, like, this is giving me like pure pressure environment. Or if someone just wanted to fit in, right? Someone just wanted to fit in, so they kind of like hid unique parts about themselves. I keep saying unique, but it's certain parts about their personality, things, like I said, interests, things like that. So that could be another way that you impact the people around you. How else does pile 1 impact the people around them, Holy Spirit? Healing. Ooh, I love this. Healing. Now is the time for you to give or receive healing. Everyone has a natural ability to heal others. Yes, even you. So you are someone that brings a lot of healing to others. I think even just your energy, because I'm feeling around you, you might just have like a grace about you. Even people who are just in your presence, I feel like if you were someone that were to just go over to a friend's house, if they're having a hard time, and you just like hang out, maybe you guys just like chill on the couch and watch TV and don't even really talk that much, your presence, your presence there, yeah, it's very healing, it's comforting. You're someone who is, you might be someone who at the drop of a hat will be like, oh, I'll be there, I'm here for you, I'm down. But I think that the way you impact is that people can see that you have boundaries. Like, there's certain things that you still make sure that you are taken care of. So they see that you are in this kind of harmony, this harmony with yourself and the way that you show up for others. You actually have like, I feel like you have like a natural ability to really comfort people, to be there for people in a way that doesn't, like, you've learned how to be there for people without, what's the word? Not straining, without, I don't know the word, I'm so sorry. I feel like there's an X in it. But basically, you don't overdo it. You know when it's time for you to step back. You know when it's time to step in. So people they're able to see that, and that's how they're impacted. Final card here. How does pile 1 impact the people around them? Whoa. Ooh, trusting tricksters. So it says the trickster's only power is your trust. You are always free to withdraw it. So the way that you impact others is that you are someone who is able to sniff out any type of trickery, any type of deceit, any type of manipulation here. So if there's any type of spirit person that is being deceitful with you, you have the ability to sniff that out right away. And people notice that, people see that. And the way that you impact them is that they are in turn able to catch up on things as well. Like, if they have already caught up on it, they see your actions in cutting things out and drawing a line, in basically appreciating yourself, right? Going back to that other card and putting yourself first and appreciating yourself for whatever situation that you find yourself in. If it's, going against you, going against your path, going against your highest good here, people are kind of watching how you maneuver these situations. And in turn, they're going to pick up. They're also going to start taking action on that. If they start seeing these signs, right? Maybe before they just never took action on it, like even if they did notice something. So yeah, pile 1, that was your reading. I hope that was entertaining or useful at the very least. If so, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate you guys. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, wherever you're at. Stay healthy, hydrated, and blessed. And I hope you're treated as you treat others. Bye. Okay. Pile 2. Pile 2. Do it at 12:20. Okay. Pile 2. So you guys chose Pokemon, the first movie. Right off the bat, I don't know, I'm getting Detective Pikachu also in my mind. So you might be someone who is you might impact others because you're someone who's able to really get down, dig into something, detective work, FBI, like you are the investigator. So if you're someone who has like friends here, you're the person that they go to be like, hey, can you check up on this person? Hey, can you find out what's going on with this? Hey, can you see what this is about? You're that person that they go to. You might also have a little bit of a martyr. People might kind of think of you, and I'm not getting this. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not getting this in a very positive sense. Like people might think that you give, like you sacrifice too much. It's almost like there's a criticism around that. And I only say martyr because I remember in this movie, Ash, I think he like sacrifices himself in the battle to save his Pokemon or to save Pikachu or something like that. And he gets like petrified or frozen. He's like in a frozen state. Okay. The wind is opening the door. You might be also someone that kind of knocks down roadblocks for other people in their life. I feel like I'm getting the image. Have you guys ever seen that gif of that like girl kicking down the door? She's like, bah! She's like, hey, what's up? You might have that type of energy where it's like you just come crashing into people's life. Like you were just, I feel like there might even be people around you, if you were to ask them, like, they might be like, wait, how did we even become friends? Wait, when did we meet? How did we even start talking? There might be people who are like that, but you have such, like, you naturally were able to kind of be in their, yeah, you guys were just naturally able to become friends. So this might be a friend that I'm picking up. Yeah, like a companion here. I mean, Pikachu and Ash, right? So there could be someone here who, the way that you've impacted their life is that maybe you have sacrificed a lot, or maybe you have like done so much for this person to an extent where maybe at one point it even put you in like a freeze state, or had you kind of like freeze up, or I don't know. There's something here, but it ended up paying off in the end. I mean, I know that obviously like this movie has a happy ending, but I'm just thinking, you know, let's pull the cards. Let's just pull the cards. Something here with clones too, because I know in our movie, they were doing the experiments on Mewtwo, and they were also cloning the Pokemon. So you actually, the way you impact people's lives, you might actually have people that want to mimic you, or want to, you might inspire, or it's kind of either or. I don't know. This is like a back and forth. So it's either someone is copying you or trying to take on certain characteristics or styles here, or adopt certain styles that you have. Maybe even phrases that you have. For someone else, ooh, a butterfly, I don't know if you guys can see. For someone else, this could be more that you inspire them to pick up new styles, to learn new things, to, whoa, I don't even know what cards those were. Hold on. Okay, well, Storyteller and Midas came out, so if you guys want to check out what reading was it, I think it was like 3 readings back, but those cards came out for that. But anyway, let's do this. You guys might be a big advocate for your friends, for your family, for the people around you. Holy Spirit, for pile 2, how does pile 2 impact people around them? You guys, oh, you got 2. Oh my God, what did I say? Detective, literally detective and hermit. Y'all saw me shuffle that. Y'all saw me with that pile. You guys are like a detective. I would not want to mess with you. I would not want to mess with you guys. It says great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out truth. So you're someone who is, people know not to lie to you. The way that you impact people, they know not to lie to you. They know that you are someone who will find out the truth. Even if they do lie to you, you're someone who can, you know how to pick it up. You know. You already know. You're intuitive. You pick up the signs here. People already know that. You might impact people in the way that what you find out causes them to retreat, causes them to kind of introspect, like they need to do some introspection. You might be a person who holds kind of like a mirror up to someone and have them kind of reflect on themselves. Sorry, I'm looking at these 2 squirrels. There was a squirrel that was just chasing another one right now. So you could be someone that also, I don't know if this is, if we're tying it in with detective work, is like you're someone who chases the answer. You're someone who does not stop until you find the truth, until you find the answer here. And the way that you impact, like you literally could be someone that helps your friends like find out truth, find out information here. Or you're just someone who is able to really pick up on certain signs that people say. Like if there is, if I'm tying this with the Pokemon movie, I mean, because even they had to discover Mewtwo, right? It's been a while since I've seen that movie. It's been a hot minute since I've seen the movie, but I know Mewtwo wasn't he hidden? He was like an experiment that was hidden. They weren't, I don't think Ash and Misty and Brock were supposed to find him, if I'm correct. I could be wrong, but you might be a person who is like, let's go check over here, or what's over there. Like if there's like an abandoned building, you're that person that will probably explore. Like, y'all be careful, please. Like, please be careful. I don't want anyone getting in trouble, but you could definitely be that person. You bring more adventure into people's lives. You're definitely not afraid to uncover truths here. Definitely not. That is so crazy, detective. I can't believe that's wild. How does pile 2 here impact the people around them? How does pile 2 impact the people around them? Holy Spirit, please connect me with pile 2. That's too many. Just one, please. How does pile 2 impact the people around them? Employment change. Ooh. You could help people look for new jobs. You could literally be a recruiter. Doesn't have to be, but so we have here employment change. It says your career path is leading you to a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You're being supported each step of the way. So if some of you went to a new job right now, you are definitely impacting the environment around you, the coworkers around you. You're having a very strong impact on that. I think there could also be something here where people are trying to dig up certain things about you. You might be, or you are digging up around the people around you. Like you're kind of getting a feel, where people are getting a feel for you. They're trying to figure you out. They want to know. Sorry, this is my eye. They want to know. What is in my eye? Maybe someone's looking into your background. Maybe you just got a background check recently, or someone did a background check on you. Employment change. Or this could be that the way that you impact others is that you are able to connect with them in a way that gets, like if you're talking or involved with someone that is in a job that they hate, or a stagnant job, or something that they just like feel comfortable at but they're not happy with, you're someone that impacts them in the way of inspiring them to look outward, to search for something different, to do something on the side that they find like really fulfilling, that brings a lot of happiness. It's something that is like you're encouraging to people to connect with their spirit in a way, with their passions, right? It says passions here, life purpose. You might be a very spiritual, I mean, obviously you're watching a tarot reading, or a divination reading, but your aesthetic could be spiritual as well. Like you could be someone who is, like if there's any like cultural pieces that tie into your spirituality, you could incorporate that into your looks, like your outfits here. Could even be piercings here. Maybe the way you impact people is like people want to know more about you, more about your culture, more about your life. Like maybe you move from one country to another, because I don't know, I'm just getting the image of like someone being asked a lot of questions. So if you did change, like maybe you moved to a different country, and just like you being the only, obviously the only person who has like a different accent or something like that, you know what I mean? But y'all get down to the nitty gritty of things. You are someone who is not going to let people move crazy around you. You sniff that out. How does pile 2 impact others? How does pile 2 impact the people in their life? Whoa. Okay, well, you got 2 cards. So we have distorted desire. Conscious desire rarely satisfies the unconscious driving it. Unconscious need still driving it. And forgiveness, hurt blocks our light. So, like I said, you guys hold up a mirror to people. You might trigger people about like what it is that they truly want. Wounds that they haven't forgiven themselves for. I just think that you guys really dig deep. Like you touch parts of people that others are not able to access, like in the psyche in some way. I don't know what this is, but maybe you ask if we go back to Hermit and Detective, maybe you ask questions that hit on a different level, like a personal level. Like maybe you ask very vulnerable questions, or even if you ask people like, oh, hey, how are you doing? Like, or you express interest. Yeah, this kind of ties a little bit to one, but it's like you express interest in people's lives, their health, their family. You just have like a care, but there could be people around you that are not really used to that. You have people really like digging deep into themselves. I keep saying digging deep. I don't know why I keep saying digging. Digging up them holes, digging. Why I get holes in my head? I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Maybe that's also a thing where it's like, in that movie, I forgot what her name was, but the woman who was in charge of like that whole camp, right, where they were digging the holes, she had like such a desire and greed for wealth that wasn't even hers, for riches that weren't even hers, that she was like exploiting all these kids, getting them to do the work for her. So yeah, you might uncover certain, you might be that person that if someone's talking to you, you're like, ooh, like that's trauma. Like, babe, that's trauma. Or you might be that person that's just like, ask someone, don't you feel like that's a little, like if someone is in a bad situation but they're completely ignoring it, they are blind to it, or like willingly blind, willingly making excuses for others, willingly, and I'm not putting blame on these people. Listen, if you're in a cycle of like abuse or something, it gets to, there is a understandable explanation to why some people get stuck in these cycles, especially if you come from a childhood that has you kind of like indoctrinated into certain things, or certain beliefs, or certain ideologies, things like that. It's easy to point the blame at others for the situations that they find. Look at that Who the F Did I Marry? Like, some people were really grilling her, like, why didn't you listen to your intuition? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? But it's like, unless you're in the situation, you shouldn't blame people, because that's not going to help them at all. You're going to put them more on the defense. So I think it's more of you're able to communicate with the people around you and ask the questions that maybe they're afraid to ask themselves, and really open it up to them. Open this up to them. But in turn, the way that you impact them is that some people might run away from you. Some people might actually have a negative look on you. They might see you as the villain. I mean, even in Pokemon, Mewtwo, right? He was kind of the antagonist, but he was put in that position. Like, he didn't ask to be experimented on. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't ask to be dealing with all that stuff. But in a way, like, he's looked at as the villain because did he have kind of like a Magneto? Like, he wanted to free the Pokemon or something from the trainers, right? Like, he wanted the Pokemon to be free from yeah, it was something like that. Maybe I'm wrong, because now I'm thinking of Magneto from the X-Men, where it's like, obviously his cause was, like, you can see both points of view when you, like, read or watch X-Men. It's like, you can see Magneto's point of view, you can also see Charles Xavier's point of view, but there's something here about the balancing of it, so you might be able to bring forth the reality of people's situations. Like, you might be able to, the way that you impact is that you're able to shift their view on it and see it for how it is. See people for who they are, right? You might even make certain comments about others around them that they kind of like questioned within themselves, but never really had the courage to speak out or say anything. You will be that person if you come in and you're like, no, we're not dealing with that. So that is how you guys impact people. Did I miss any cards? Oh wait, yeah, I did. I missed one. One final one. For pile 2, how do they impact the people around them? Intentions. Today is a fresh start. No matter how my day was yesterday, I can make today whatever I want. My intention for the day is, and this is blank here, so maybe you guys need to answer that as well for yourselves. But I think that you also, like, you pose those questions. You leave it blank for others to fill in. You leave that spot open for them to draw their own conclusions, for them to finally put the pieces together. That is how you impact others in your life. I don't know why I'd be like switching all over the place. But yeah. And I think people can tell that your intentions are pure, especially like if you're looking for information or asking a lot of questions. People can tell that your intentions are pure, but again, it doesn't change the fact that you might trigger people. You might ask the hard questions, that others don't want to ask, or that others haven't asked, or even just bringing up certain situations or certain facts to these people. And, it forces them to look at it, and this is not before they're ready, okay? Like, you come in with divine timing. Like, Spirit is placing you, God is placing you in places and around people that you were meant to be around. So don't think that this is something that is like a forced thing. Like, people are always going to make their own choices, and a lot of times people are going to let you know when you've overstepped a boundary. And I'm channeling the people who, and I don't think that you're very intuitive, like, it's like you leave it blank. You leave space for people. You don't get in other people's space and like insert yourself into other people's problems or insert yourself into other people's relationship dynamics or anything like that. This is more of if someone's asking you, or if the situation calls for it, if it's a situation where you're protecting someone or you're coming in to assist someone, then people can tell your true intentions on that. It's not this is not giving oh, she's always inserting herself, oh, she's always getting into other people's business. No. Or he, she, they. This is like, you leave room for others to do the work. You just kind of like make it known. And that is how Spirit is using you right now in other people's lives, how you're impacting other people's lives. So I hope that was helpful or entertaining at the very least. And I hope you guys stay healthy, hydrated, and blessed. Thank you so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up. I truly appreciate it. And what else? I hope you treat it as you treat others. All right. Adios.